Hey, Gemini, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your July 2022 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Gemini and take a look at the key themes that are showing up for you in the month of July. We'll also take a look at any limiting beliefs, fears, or blocks that may be holding you back from achieving your true desires. We'll get messages from Spirit as well as action steps that can help you achieve success, whatever that looks like to you, Gemini. So just a friendly reminder, these are general readings. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so we have shadow work, ascension, rest and retreat, and timing. So really beautiful energy showing up right away talks about shadow work. And the fact that you have ascension right after it, Gemini, it looks like you've been really doing some inner healing, whether this is healing from post-traumatic stress, whether it is healing some childhood wounding, or whether it is dealing with addictions or anything of this nature here. It looks like you are releasing the ego self and you are really opening up your heart chakra and moving forward into a new direction. Now, you may be seeking out therapy, coaching, counseling, mentoring. There's just an energy here of other people helping you heal, as well as you doing the inner work as well. Now, some of you may be familiar with shamanic journeying. This could be something that you've recently done. Some of you are working on your triggers, your shadow side, your buried emotions, things that tend to self-sabotage or keep us held back on our soul's journey. So congratulations, Gemini. You're definitely overcoming a few challenging things that have stopped you from moving forward on either your career, your love life, your health, whatever has been getting in the way for you, whatever shadows, you're working through them. And your soul is ascending. The next card out we have is soul advancement. This talks about personal growth, meditative states here, and awareness. So some of you may be really meditating more, trying to connect more and more with your intuition and connecting to your higher self, gaining the clarity that you need to move forward. And that's what's happening when you dive into your inner self here. So really positive stuff coming in, especially if you have really been going deep within that inner healing. There is an energy here in the month of July regarding taking a little bit of R&R time, getting some rest and retreat, Gemini. Either this is through a vacation, downtime, taking time out. It also talks about recovery as well. Maybe finding a peaceful place to really relax, let your guard down, and soak up what nature or what life has to offer. The rest and retreat card is focusing on self-love. It can be about renewal, rejuvenation, spending time near the water, the beach, the streams, the rivers. This is also spending time in nature, and it can be with other like-minded individuals, soul tribe, kindred spirits. So I do sense that a lot of you are going to take this downtime for yourself in the month of July. And next up we have is timing. I just heard impeccable timing. So there's something here with not just divine timing, but I just heard it's about darn time. So something is happening that you have been dealing with for quite some time. Shadow work. Sometimes whenever I get this card as well, I think of twin flame energy. Now, not so much as really doing that deep inner work, but some of you may be dealing with a twin flame in your life. And it's almost like you are looking at each other and you're mirroring each other's behaviors. You're mirroring each other's actions and triggers. It's like their triggers are triggering your triggers. But you're moving on from that. I feel like you're ascending and you're not letting any self-sabotage. You're not letting any weaknesses or shadow sides interfere with your soul's growth. You're saying, I've learned the lessons here. I've dealt with what's happening in the past. I don't need to keep replaying some sort of a cycle. And that may be why you have R&R coming up in the month of July, because your final card again is timing. Waiting period, divine timing. This can be about you scheduling and you planning for your future. They're giving me Two of Wands energy here. So this is about possibly a business or career proposal. It can be about health goals, health projects for yourself. This can be about passion, ideas, expansion here of your mind. But there is a sense of wanting results. And I feel because you are really growing and you are ascending, Gemini, that there will be results, but you do have to be patient, most importantly, with yourself. Patient in the divine timing of how things happen and the way that they happen as well. So I'm actually going to just pull a card here regarding the shadow work. What is the shadow work all about for Gemini? What are these triggers? Post-traumatic stress. Okay, definitely about those inner emotions. Some of you may have numbed. You may have subconsciously pushed some feelings away and didn't deal with them in the past, because you can see the sharks below the surface here. But now you're ready to kind of keep things afloat and you're ready to work on yourself. The King of Cups can be even someone such as, again, a therapist, a doctor, someone who doesn't let their emotions overrule them. And that may be something you are really working on, whether you are seeking professional help or this is your energy of really aligning to opening up your heart, being able to not only gain the emotional intelligence here, but being patient and compassionate with yourself and others, Gemini. This is really beautiful. Let's take a look and get another card here regarding, I want to know about timing. What is this timing all about here for Gemini? Some of you could be working through some difficulties. Maybe it's in finances. Maybe it is relationships. There's Two of Pentacles showing up. Some of you are trying to figure out how to balance your work life, your social life, your health, the kids, the family, parents, all of that energy, and you're trying to stay on top of it, but sometimes you just need a little bit of a break. And that's what I'm sensing. The timing, it's almost like it's perfect timing in the month of July to really dive into what it is that you've been wanting to heal, the shadow work aspect of this. So what you're doing here with this Two of Pentacles is this is about you staying calm in crisis. Instead of you maybe letting those triggers affect you, it's where you're going to extremes. Now, whether those extremes are extreme behavior, maybe it's temper, maybe it's addictions, whatever those extremes are for you, Gemini, I feel like you are balancing that up once and for all. You're saying, you know, I'm getting a hold of my emotions. I'm not letting them overrule or make decisions for me, but I'm keeping my heart open and using my logic and my heart to lead me forward. Let's get one more card here regarding R&R, some rest and retreats for Gemini. What do we have? Ace of Wands, beautiful energy. Once you take this downtime, this could even be while you're on some sort of vacation or downtime here. Ace of Wands is about you chasing your dreams, Gemini, your desires, your passion, feeling a brand new sense of renewal, inspiration, creativity, feeling like you have a brand new sense of purpose in all areas of your life, but especially areas of your creativity. If you've been feeling a creative block, feeling lack of energy, or felt burnt out in any area, but especially creativity here, this is about you coming up with new creative ideas to move forward. Now, this could be creative ideas in your love life, in your career, again, in your health, but you're doing things differently this time around because you've learned and you've worked through some sort of healing. So this is some powerful stuff coming in for you, Gemini. Let's take a look at what the soul really wants you to ask yourself. What self-beliefs, limiting beliefs or blocks may be showing up for you, Gemini, and what action steps can you take to live your best life, live your most abundant life, no setbacks. I mean, we're going to constantly go in the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows of life, but sometimes we stay in an energy way longer than we need to. Sometimes we don't always heal the things that need to be healed. And sometimes we stay in an energy of disconnect, whether we feel disconnected from source, whether we feel disconnected just in general. All right, what we have here. Where can I create more space? Instead of filling yourself up with busy work and things to do, Gemini, create more sacred space in your schedule, in your home, your mind, your lungs, and in your heart. Take time to just be. There's the R&R card. Take time to create sacred space, which it does talk about healing, recovery, peaceful place. Do a clutter detox of your schedule, which we have timing, and it does say schedule here. So I love how these just flow beautifully together. Make space and clarity will come. So again, if you are overworking, overthinking, if you're really putting those heavy burdens out there, it's time to do some self-healing instead of constantly spinning those wheels and feeling like you're not getting anywhere, Gemini, or overworking to maybe compensate for something you're trying to heal. Or if you are just keeping yourself busy instead of focusing on what's at hand here. Sometimes it takes our soul a little bit longer to ascend. But what you're doing here is you're having the awareness to really create more space in your life in the month of July, and it will help you really grow to where you want to be here. What else could this mean? There are always multiple ways to look at every situation. Our first reaction is usually rooted in our fears and limiting beliefs. Look at a situation today by stepping outside of the trigger and ask, what else could this mean? Your soul action, Gemini, is this. Is there something your soul is calling you to learn in this moment? Or is there a pattern that is ready to be broken? Walk in the other person's shoes and see it from their perspective. If it doesn't involve someone else, ask yourself, how is life happening for me right now? So definitely about different type of a meaning, and it talks about triggers, which we've been talking about here with shadow work. So it certainly can mean something else. Sometimes again we get really stuck in the fear, the energy that holds us down, and when we get stuck in that shadow side, sometimes it's really hard to see the light. It's hard to see what can come about of a difficult situation. But Gemini, you have all the magic, all the power within you to really thrive, grow, and succeed in any area of your life that you've been wanting to move forward in. Lastly here, we have how can I be more flexible right now? What are you trying to control, Gemini? Maybe it's time to let go. Let love move through you today and trust the outcome will be for your highest good. Today's soul action, remind yourself all day long that you are safe, that life is happening for you, and that you are not alone. Then do some yoga. Even if you're not a yogi, or even if you don't practice yoga, Gemini, this can be about you just stretching the body, stretching the hips, doing maybe downward dog or doing the bridge pose, doing something. Even if you've never done a yoga move in your life, get your body moving. This is going to really help ground your energy instead of you overthinking, because you're an air sign, Gemini, you can really get up in your head and you can stay in your head for quite some time. It's time to drop into that heart chakra. For those of you that would like more information on how to drop from your crown, or your, not so much your crown, but your logical mind to your heart, I do have a blog on my website, intuitivesoulcoach.com, where there is an article on dropping into that heart chakra center. So definitely flexibility is going to be really good for you. Some of you may be going on even a yoga retreat, or you may be doing an online course that has to do with being more flexible as well. So really powerful stuff. All right, Gemini, let's take a look and see what messages are coming through for you from Spirit. I just heard the universe has your back. So some of you may be reading books from Gabrielle Bernstein, or you may have just read that book, or you may have pulled a card from one of her decks as well. Please take that as it resonates. All right, we have hello from heaven. Hello from heaven. Some of you have loved ones that you've really been connecting to, either dreaming of, you've been wanting to receive signs, symbols. This is a really powerful energy here, and your loved ones in the spirit world want to connect with you, Gemini, as much as you want to connect with them. They know you've been thinking of them, and they're sending you signs and symbols to show how much they love you, to prove they're with you at this time. I just heard grandmother energy for some of you, grandmother. Now, it can be any loved one who has crossed over, but do pay attention to the signs that are presenting themselves to you in the month of July. Now, there could also be an anniversary, a birth date, a celebration of life. There could be some sort of significant energy around July as well for some of you, that either someone from heaven is acknowledging or you may be acknowledging, and vice versa here. So hello from heaven. Next, we have strength. And this is the energy of Leo, which we've been talking about the shadow work. We've been talking about self-sabotage, shadow side, weaknesses. But the strength card is about you being stronger than you think. And it says strength comes from many sources. Staying strong brings confidence, conviction, and a balanced body, mind, and soul. Spirit has its own unique and beautiful way of replenishing your soul with strength on a continual basis. You're never really alone, Gemini, as we are always with you. So this is about you really overcoming whatever this is here. This is extra confirmation that the PTSD, the triggers, the ego, the buried emotions, that whether you have been seeking therapy or you've been maybe just, they're showing me a book that says maybe shadow work on it. Some of you may be journaling, or you're diving into shadow work. Maybe you're watching YouTube videos, or maybe it's something that's new to you and maybe you don't know what to call it, but it may be shadow work, but you're stronger than you think. And Spirit is acknowledging that you will heal and you will overcome anything that's been blocking your soul's success here. So beautiful. Next, we have Soul Solitude. Oh my gosh, the cards are just playing perfectly together. The Rest and Retreat card here is all about the soul solitude. And it says your soul needs attention, Gemini. There are moments when it's important to get away, not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet. It literally says peaceful place there. It says this is a time to pause, a time to reflect, and a time for you. And it says time twice, and that's your third card is timing. Wow. So definitely a time to just get away. If you can get near the water, Gemini, or if you can just even take a few days or get to the beach or anything in the month of July, your soul is begging and craving that time out. For others of you, this can be about hydrating more, drinking more water, taking hot baths, soaking in a hot tub. Whatever this is, wherever your happy place is, absolutely go there, because your soul is seeking this attention at this time. And last but not least, Gemini, stay connected. And we talked about this in the beginning as well. Sometimes we feel that disconnect. And it says we are all born connected to Spirit, often known as the divine source. Yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Now is an important time to reconnect to the source. So one thing I've been saying in each and every reading, especially for those of you that are watching your rising sign or your moon signs, and I feel like it's an important message that Spirit wants me to bring through to remind you wonderful souls who are connecting, who are tuning in to the energy and vibration of this channel. Remembering that you are a soul that is having a human experience is very, very important. And remember that that soul is always connected. Don't let anything in this human energy, this earthly realm, disconnect you from source, because this is just a human experience that you're having here. Goodness, that was loud. Whether you're dealing with financial upheaval, whether you're dealing with relationship ins and outs, whether you're dealing with childhood wounding or trauma, whether you're fighting for justice, whatever it is that you're doing, Gemini, do it while you're staying connected, because then you'll find that any challenges that you face here on the human and earthly realm, that there isn't a challenge that you cannot overcome here. When you start to see challenges as soul lessons, that's when you really ascend, and Spirit is saying that you absolutely are ascending, even more so than you could have imagined. So stay aware, keep personal growth as your number one here, and your soul will advance. So Gemini, a lot of powerful stuff happening for you in the month of July. The big message here as well, I feel like they're all big messages, but the timing is very crucial for you to take some time out. Don't overwork, don't overthink, don't overburden yourself, and just be. Allow yourself to rest. Allow yourself to soak up the sunshine. Allow yourself to create more space wherever in your schedule you can here. It's not really a question. It is a necessity is what I'm hearing for spirit. So even if you're thinking, oh, Melissa, I don't have time to create space. I don't have time. I don't have time. Maybe you have all the time in the world. Maybe you don't have enough time. But this is saying the most important time, because there is no such thing as time on the other side, by the way, Gemini. So the most important thing is that you make the time for yourself. All right, I know, pretty deep. I hope that resonates, Gemini. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And thank you so much, Gemini, for letting me tune in. Till next time.